Did you see him? That was the gripping beast. But not an imaginary movie cartoon animal. Nothing we invented, oh no. It was the Vikings' own gripping beast. And here is the story. 1100 years ago, somewhere around the year 800, the world looked like this. At least it did in the eyes of the Romans. The Mediterranean was the hub of the world, but not for the Vikings of Scandinavia. Up in this part of the world, far away from the blazing Mediterranean sun, the ocean stretched out long winding arms, creating fjords, inlets, sounds, and well-protected bays amongst the countless islands. Land and water intermingled, so that the inhabitants became great seafarers and skillful navigators, and they could build better ships than anybody else at the This carved scene is on the island of Gotland in the Baltic, off the east coast of Sweden. It depicts a Viking galley putting out to sea. Once the Vikings had manned their vessel, picketed their arms at the mast, and hung their trusty shields along the railing, they would push off from the shore into the shallow waters of the fjord until the sail caught the breeze from the open sea, and off they would set for foreign parts. In books written by the ancient monks of Western Europe, we find the Vikings described as robbers and cruel pirates. But it is just as true to say that they were peaceful traders and that they were eager to learn from what they saw. In the decoration of the churches, the Vikings found an art that was unfamiliar to them. It was an art based on classical traditions, and a favorite motif was the lion. This motif was new to the Vikings. It was so very different from what they were used to. They had never seen lions before. These strange, unknown animals appealed immensely to their lively imaginations. The Vikings thought a lot about the lion motif as they sailed back to their own shores. They decided to incorporate it in their own art. In fact, they developed a new and completely unique style of art, the style of the gripping beast. The very first specimens bore a strong resemblance to the originals, but the Vikings redesigned them to suit their own taste. Here, the paws of the lion have been enlarged. It is already beginning to look like a real gripping beast. And it has only 3 toes. So don't say it was the modern movie cartoonist that started giving these figures 3 toes instead of 4. It was really the Vikings over 1,000 years ago. This gripping beast is no longer than a matchstick. And here is a key with 4 gripping beasts worked into the handle. This 3-foiled brooch was discovered in Denmark. And here is a gripping beast carved in stone. It originates from Bergen in Norway. This brooch would lie comfortably in the palm of your hand and has gripping beasts all over it. Down on one side is another gripping beast. How on earth did he manage to get himself into that incredible position? Well, just watch. This bronze pendant was found on the Danish island of Bornholm. It is no bigger than a silver dollar or a half-crown piece. But the gripping beast has altered shape. It has been made longer in order to fit into the framework. But let's have a look at him all short again. Short. And now the head. The head. That's it. Here come two fantastic creatures. Let's call them hand beasts. They help fill out the design of a brooch of Danish origin. This is the head of an amber ornament. But what you think are the eyes are really the corners of the mouth. You're supposed to look at it this way up. And here is the head of a support post from a seat of honor or throne found aboard the Norwegian Oseberg ship. The head is no larger than a clenched fist, yet it is teeming with gripping beasts, writhing and crawling all over the place. the end of the Viking era, these gripping beasts became altered almost beyond recognition. Here are two that are interlaced. They're on a lobe of a trefoiled brooch. They may look as though they are detached limbs, but in reality they are quite normally constructed gripping beasts. Gripping beasts are still discernible in this complicated pattern of interlacings. From the nose, all the way down to the tail. But with time, dissolution set in. The gripping beast was originally inspired by this model, but it kept changing and changing and changing, until, as on this gold brooch, nothing but the heads remained. Dissolution was complete. After a 200-year span of existence, the saga of the gripping beast finally came to an end.